What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be going back into the weak close flex little mini scheme. This is in the Oakland Raiders offense, and we are using the 49ers for George Kittle with his tight end apprentice. If you guys do not have that from Mutt, if you have Hot Route Master, fantastic. But really the only way you're going to be able to effectively run this scheme is having either Hot Route Master or tight end apprentice. There's no other way to really be able to run this effectively. So weak close flex, today we're going to be going into PA mesh. I'm going to go ahead and just start you guys out in the more difficult one of cover 4 quarters and palms. These defenses are more difficult to attack out of this formation, and as we get into it later on, I'll explain why they're a little more difficult. But cover 4 quarters, pretty easy. What we want to do is we want to go ahead and block our Y, our running back, and then you're going to motion him out. And essentially what that does is when you block him, it automatically changes him to smoke screen when you motion him out. Next, what you want to do is you want to take George Kittle and put him on a corner route. Now, hash marks are important as well. If you are having the tight end on the wide side, I've just noticed this, that the quarter flat seems to be able to match him a lot better than if you were to have him on more of a short side of the field or have the ball in the middle of the hash marks. So just a note right there from my own experience, what I've seen works. So right here, we're going to look for Emmanuel Sanders or George Kittle on one of these two corner routes. Sanders will get open every single time against a cover 4 quarters, just guaranteed. George Kittle, it kind of depends on if he's able to beat the quarter flat. If there is a small window or it's just really tight coverage, you can find that a touch pass will sometimes be able to get in there as well. So let's go ahead and snap this ball. Bam, it's right there. The quarter flat kind of just reroutes him and we get completely bailed out. But the quarter flat in this situation is actually playing pretty well. Just yesterday when I was lapping this for 4 hours, the quarter flat wasn't playing good at all. It's probably just the game being the game right now. But if the corner out ran by George Kittle beats his man, you can bullet pass it. Otherwise, you may need to touch pass it because it's going to be it's such a tight defensive coverage behind it. You just got to touch pass it. So trust me on that one. And then, as always, we're going to block this guy corner out. We'll try a smart routed corner out right here, see if that maybe helps with the whatever's going on right now. But we'll look for Sanders in this situation, because I know I can always hit Sanders. Sanders is Mr. Reliable on this corner out. Some corner outs are unguardable. It sucks, but you can see right there, easy dot, low point pass to the outside, possession catch, money. Now we're going to look for George Kittle, and we'll see maybe the smart routed corner out is going to help a little bit. I'm not entirely sure. We're going to do a little labbing with you guys right now, but we'll snap this ball. Okay, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better with the bullet pass. Probably a touch pass right there. You can fit that in fairly easily. So keep in mind in practice mode, essentially it's simulating as if it's 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, etc. It's a 10-yard distance to get to the first down. And so when you smart route, it's going to be smart routed to the first down marker. So if you guys are like 3rd and 50, it's going to be smart routed all the way down to the 50-yard line, and it's not going to work. If you guys want to smart route this, smart route it on like 2nd and 10, 2nd and 8, 3rd and 8. You guys kind of get the feel for it. 7 yards and greater, 7 to 10 is about the money spot you want to be doing for hot routing. So we'll do this one more time. We'll try hot routing it, motion this guy out, and I know I can hit Sanders every single time. That's guaranteed. Kittle, kind of depends if he beats his man or not. If he doesn't, like right there, touch pass. That wasn't the best touch pass, but you can see we're able to fit that in fairly easily. So that's cover 4 quarters. I'm going to go into cover 4 palms. Cover 4 palms, we can set it up the same as quarters, but we're limited to the reads that we can make behind it. So we're going to go into cover 4 palms. It should be just like right here. Same exact thing. Tight end on a corner out, Y on a smoke screen, and then for some reason, the quarter flat gets beat a lot better in palms than it does in quarters. So let's go ahead and snap this ball. I can hit George Kittle. Bam, you can see right there. That's what should happen. That's what should happen against the cover 4 quarters. But right now, cover 4 quarters just isn't cooperating. But you can see right there, we can hit the corner out ran by our tight end only. Sanders is going to get double coverage on him in this particular corner out that he is running. So let's go ahead and set this up again. You can also hit this drag ran by Samuel just check. I don't remember how to say his name. Sometimes you can hit him on the table route depending on what they do with the flats. I usually don't look for them all too much, but we'll look and try to force the ball to Sanders just to show you guys exactly what's going to be happening. He's got there, double coverage. Come on, bail me out, EA. Nope. Yeah, you guys can see right there, double coverage and just completely smothered. Now there's a way that we can get that corner out wide open. But keep in mind, with palms, you are limiting yourself to one read only. Palms is going to be very, very difficult to attack in a weak close or single back. Weak close flex, just because again you're limiting yourself. But here's what we're gonna go ahead and do. We're gonna go ahead and put Samuel on an out route, and we'll motion him out. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this play action, just leave my running back into block. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead and put our tight end on a flat route, and then Y on a wheel. Now, one thing you will notice, we want this wheel route running to the right. So you may need to do the following. You may need to have the ball a little bit further over to the short side, have the wide receivers on the short side of the field, because wheel routes, the way that they're determined are they always run to the wide side of the field. It's right now, bam, wide side. That's what we want. Then we'll motion this guy out, put him on an out route. Juice check, you can, I'm going to go ahead and just leave him into block for now, but the reads are pretty easy, Sanders or Coleman. So let's go ahead and look for Coleman in this situation. So right there, we can pass lead it to the inside, bam, dot, off the races we go, and you can see a good gain of about 15 yards. Now, for this corner out to really work super effectively against the inside quarter, I want to say, you probably want some good route running on that field. So another thing I'd recommend is if you have route technician, for you guys that play MUT, I think there's somebody in Regs. Surely there's somebody in Regs that has it. That's going to be a super key thing to be able to get open a lot easier against quarter flat with a good man covering defender or whatever it may be. But right here, we should be able to hit Sanders on this corner out. Now, I don't think he's going to get all the way open, but he's right there. Bam, dot, sideline against ET3. Now, ET3 sucks in man coverage. You can see right there, he lights up, but because it is a match principle, he isn't able to keep up with that corner out, and that's how we're able to fit the corner out in 9 times out of 10. So it's really, really basic. We'll go ahead and shade underneath as well to get hard flats out there. Out route, wheel route, flat route. And again, the same exact thing, motion Samuel out, and just look for Sanders or Coleman. So we'll snap this ball. Pass lead it to the inside, bam. That was not a very good pass lead to the inside, but you guys get the point. If you can get a good pass lead to the inside, you're off to the races for practically a guaranteed touchdown if they don't use it. So, very easy way to attack curve 4 palms and curve 4 quarters. Well, again, with palms, you're kind of limiting yourself. There's 2 different versions of it. The first version, you're limited to only the tight end. The second version, you can hit the running back in the wheel route, or you can hit the wide receiver, the slot receiver, on a corner out. Now let's go ahead and talk about cover 2. We'll just go into a basic old Tampa 2. Now right here, this is where it is important to understand how far you have to go for a first down. If you're attacking a cover 2 and you want a smart route, this corner out run by your tight end, a smart route puts it to where he breaks to the outside at the first down marker. So kind of keep that in mind. And against a cover 2, a smart route is going to be very key if you are at least 1st and 10, 2nd 10, or further. If it is like 1st and 5 because you guys got some sort of flag, I can't remember, false start or whatever it is, encroachment at the very beginning, it's not going to work at all for the tight end. It will work for Sanders, but the tight end will not get open against a smart route. Just leave him as is and just dink and dunk your way down the field. So what we want to do, essentially we're going to be doing the same exact thing against the cover 4 palms and quarters. We're going to put our running back on the smoke screen. We're going to motion him out, and then we're going to streak X. Now this streak of X is just to pull out any kind of zoned out player, like right there that you see they have Earl Thomas. He's zoned out. He's going to jump the ball a lot quicker. So this X is just going to pull him, help that clear that side of the field a little bit better, and then just make the read. Right here, Kittle is going to be very late, and you have to essentially wait for that cloud flat to come down to play the little smoke screen to hit him. But almost every single time you can hit Sanders on this corner out as it is developing. So we'll go ahead and snap this ball. I'm going to look for Sanders right now, and then we'll talk about George Kittle a little bit later. But wait. Bam, pass lead it straight up. That time we didn't wait quite long enough. If you wait a little bit longer, you will find that cloud flat will eventually come down. Let's try that again. So X on the streak, Y on a smoke screen. We'll hot route A, motion this guy out. I'm going to go ahead and double team this guy and slide left so we can try and roll out. Okay, we're not going to get any kind of blocking, but you can see right there, bam, we're going to hit the underneath stuff, and off the races we go for a simple check down. I'm going to just try, instead of double teaming right there, because I'm not blocking your running back, so it's not going to work all too well, we're going to just slide left and see if we can just roll out. So again, set everything else up the same. Smart route, your tight end. If you are a 1st and 10 or longer, this is the best way to attack a cover 2. Otherwise, just be careful about it. So streak X, smoke screen Y, smart route your tight end, a corner out, and leave everything else the same. So I'm going to go ahead and slide left so we can pick up this little edge blitz right here. We're going to step up, and bam. That was not a good pass lead. If you can pass it, you can see right there the cloud flat is going to drop down. But if you can pass lead it to the outside, you're going to be able to hit that corner out fairly easily. I'm going to try backing this off just a little. Let's go back to the 40-yard line and see how much more space we can get right here. So again, X, get it all set up. I don't know why I just did my running back right there, but we're all ready to go. The cloud flat's actually playing pretty good right now. Usually it doesn't play that good. If it is, just give it a little bit more time, and eventually the cloud flat will just come down anyways. So right there, bam, pass it straight up. Swerve catch. Okay, Jimmy G sucks. But you can hit that corner out against the cloud flat. You can hit it if your quarterback wants to cooperate. Otherwise, we're going to look for George Kittle right now. I don't know why sometimes practice mode plays such good defense and then other times it doesn't play good defense. It's absurd. But George Kittle is a difficult read because it does require some time for the cloud flat to come down. So let's go ahead and snap this ball. I'm going to try. Okay, we're not going to be able to roll out. But bam, it's right there. Jimmy G, you're garbage. You guys can see right there, the cloud flat was coming down, and we're going to be able to hit that corner out fairly easily. I'm going to go into practice. I'm going to go instant replay. But you can see right there, what? Okay, I probably could have stepped up and, I was dropping, why? What? I was dropping back the entire time? Okay, whatever. But you can see right there, the cloud flat comes down, HE, we can hit that fairly easily. If I'm not a bum, and I actually step up into the pocket. Maybe this is my bad. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead, set this up. Pray that we can get a little bit of time in the pocket. No, we don't get any time in the pocket. Our defensive tackle is just shedding a 4-man pass rush, is shedding against a 5-man block. But you can see right there, as we saw earlier, if you guys can have time and practice mode lets you, and the game lets you know, you can have pass rushers that are on steroids. If you can have time, you can hit the corner out fairly easily. I'm going to go ahead and let's just double team and slide right. There we go. Come down. There we go. Right there. I'm going to say that's in bounds. But you can see right there, we finally get the cloud flat to come down, play that smoke screen. But if you're getting pressure pretty quickly, that's the nice thing about these little flat routes is that you do have checkdowns available for you to be able to throw to them and at least try and make a play after the catch. So a little bit about cover 2 right there. Cover 2 is being a little frustrating, and now we're going to go to what everybody considers a DDA defense. If you have really good DBs with zoned out or man up, this is the best defense in the game. Pretty easy. Same thing as cover 4 quarters essentially is what we're doing here. Motion this guy out, tight end on a corner out. You can streak X. It's not necessary. That corner out will get underneath the outside third. George Kittle will get underneath the outside third. The smoke screens, you can pull the curl flat down. Your little drag route is good in case the user pretty much decides to bail out of his zone. Holds the user right there. We'll snap this ball. We'll look for bam, tight end, George Kittle. Dot. Simple. Hit it every single time, no question. Do this again. You guys can see cover 3 is probably the easiest thing to beat. It can be some of these dumbest defense, like the most brain-dead defense, but it's easy to hit on the sidelines just for how broken this game is. You can see right there, bam, dot. You can hit both corner outs consistently every single time. Now let's go ahead and shade underneath, shade over the top. We'll set it all up. Everything's ready to go. These are with cloud flats, so I kind of expect cloud flats to play a little bit better. Bam. Take the underneath stuff for a gain about 5 yards. Now, if rat catch animations were actually half decent and people knew how to rat catch in this game, then we'd be able to get a lot more yards. But because rat catches just simply don't work and we have to moss people by using Randy Moss instead, EA Sports, I suppose it's in the game, right? So you can see right here, we can hit George Kittle. If they run it stock, we can hit it every single time. I don't know how that was low pass inaccurate. I don't understand when they decided what's accurate and what's inaccurate. But we can hit these corner outs every single time. If they play cloud flats, you may just need to take your checkdowns instead. If they do play cloud flats, you can see right there, bam. The outside linebackers simply dumb out. They don't understand what zone coverage is. They just go for the run first. Even if there is no play action, they go for the run first and then drop back into coverage for some odd reason. But you can see right there, we're able to hit the flat stuff if they have cloud flats. If they have curl flats or hard flats, you can take it over the top to the sidelines pretty easily against the cover 3. This is why I think cover 3 and just zone coverage this year it's bad. You can see right here, pretty easy to hit these corner outs. That's all Madden 20 is corners and posts. But with that being said, that's going to take care of this video. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure you hit that subscribe button. Weak close flex, it's pretty limited as far as what you can do. If you had Hot Route Master, you could probably do more, but it's still limited. The only really good run is HB dive. The counters suck this year. Tosses suck this year. Zones under center suck this year. Really dive, stretch, and inside zone out of shotgun are the only viable run plays right now. So anyways, that's going to take care of this video. I'm going to stop blabbing my opinion about this game. Everybody has their opinions. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. But until next time, guys, get in the lab. This has been T-Meister. See ya.